husband was next to me one day, and he started going like this because I was talking on the phone, and I was all over the place, even while I'm in the car. It's a bad habit. Smack people outside. Okay, we're good. Okay, money management. Okay, so, yeah, you don't want to embezzle. You also don't want to go crazy shopping and spend more than what you're making. Okay, because that's how you go out of business as well. So money management, $250 if you sold 500 goes back into your inventory. This for a new consultant is called Section 1 on InTouch. Section 1 is all the product that you see in the book. It's all the retail pricing. We pay half with a $225 wholesale order or more. Okay. All right. Now we have business expenses. It's 10%. This sheet, I like it because it breaks it down into 5%, 5%. 5% for business expenses. Shipping is $9.35, okay, no matter what. So you need some money to cover that. Maybe your credit card processing fees, books, travel roll, whatever you're giving away for gifts. Hold on one second. And then 5% is going to go, PCP stands for Preferred Customer Program. This is the best customer service tool that you can have. And you actually pay the company, Mary Kay, and you can do this quarterly. And you pay them, you put in all their information under Preferred Customer on InTouch. And if you put your customers into My Business on InTouch, you can click an icon that says make them a preferred customer, and then you don't have to re-enter your information in another place. And then every quarter you get to decide who's going to get this lookbook from you for 70 cents. It's so cheap. It's cheaper to have Mary Kay send this book out than it is for you to order them on Section 2, pay for the postage, and pay for your time and all that kind of stuff. I have been doing this for 16 years. Ladies, I have customers for 16 years because they get a lookbook from me every quarter. Here's a sales tip. Your customers need to hear from you 7 times in the year for them to think that you're their consultant. 7 times. This lookbook goes out every quarter, so that's 4 times a year. That's 4 times. Another time would be their birthday. I would definitely service them on their birthday. Send them a postcard. I love giving them a discount, but I love telling them that they can have a birthday makeover and have a birthday party. I'll bring cake, and you can share it with some friends and get a 50% off shopping spree. They will have a birthday party with you every year. Okay? It's kind of fun. Do something different. That's number 5. What I do is I do number 6. I always do a summer sale. We make a 50% profit. So offer your customers something in June. That's our big push at the end of the year. I'll do, sometimes 25% off. I've done 40% off. I've done 50% off just to help with wholesale some months. So, but one time a year. And it's not on the same day in June, but it's always in June. And if I do a big sale, they have to come to my house, things like that. Cash or check only, no credit cards, no fees, stuff like that. But they love a sale, right? So just come, stock up. It builds that relationship. And then I always do something in November or December, like a Christmas open house, or you can do an open house online. You can do one at your studio. Get together with other consultants. If you don't have a large customer base, you'll get trained on different ideas like that seasonally. But 7 times they need to hear from you. Another way that your customers will know that you're their consultant is we get business cards, correct? Mm-hmm. Women, I have found, do not save business cards. So I go to Staples and I buy the pre-cut magnets, and they have a sticker. And I have my kids do this, and they will put my business card on magnets. And when I go to somebody's house, I make sure my business card is on their fridge. Or I always carry them with me. I put it up on their fridge. So I'm doing their follow-up appointment. Because where do we spend our most time? At the refrigerator. And women love magnets. Yeah. Sometimes they'll take it to work, and I'll get more referrals from people they work with. Well, Nikki, I put it on my filing cabinet. Like, oh, perfect. So once I started doing that, wow, my reorder business soared. Because I'm their consultant. I'm looking at them. Okay, so that just breaks it up, because every quarter you will need money. You will need 70 cents per person that you sign up. Put everybody on there. If you did 30 faces, 30 people should go on your preferred customer, not the 10 that bought. Because you never know. You want them to be your customer again, right? So then you follow up with them every 3 months. It's a great way to know, how many times do I call my customers? Every 3 months. Every 3 months. And they need that personal phone call, whether they order something or not. And don't take them off your PCP because they didn't order that one time. They might really, cut their tube and everything else and hang out with their cleanser, or not wash their face every day, morning and at night, like us consultants do. So keep them on there. And I have moved my business many times. I've only lived here 2 years, Tara. And so I will put prospective customers on my mailing list. For 70 cents, if she books a party, it's so worth it. So worth it. So I take my school directory, my church directory, any directory you can have, your neighborhood directory, and put people on there that you want them to know that you sell Mary Kay. So cool. Okay, and then your paycheck is 40%. So $500 sales minus your inventory minus your expenses. So this is your 50, this is your 10, that equals 60, equals your 40, that's your paycheck. Now, if you give a discount or free product, it comes out of your paycheck. I only give discounts or free product to my hostesses for having parties. Everybody else pays full price. When people say, Nikki, are you having a sale? No, but I always do. If you have an appointment with 3 to 5 girlfriends, you bet I have a sale, girl, okay? My plan is I'm never going to make money on my hostess, okay? Many hostess plans out there. I have a multitude of them on my UnitNet site. So it's unitnet.com/Nikki Hill, NICKIHILL. On the left-hand side, I have a whole section called Skincare Class Prep section. I have my skincare class recorded there. I have everything that I do on how I work a skincare class. Because I'm going to talk about a skincare class in a little bit, and it's my passion to book parties from every appointment I hold. I've never gone out and warm chattered.
Can you repeat your website again?
You bet. It's www.unitnet, UNITNET, unitnet.com/Nikki Hill.
I am already there.
NICKIHILL. The skincare class prep section is awesome. The Wow Notebook is great for organizational things. There's lots of different categories on there. But under the skincare class prep section are also just different variations of hostess plans that you can decide what you like with. Go with a hostess plan that would book you. You have to be excited about it. If it wouldn't book you, you're not going to be able to sell it to somebody else. Okay, so just know that. 50% off shopping spree, if that would book you, great. $10 gift card for every person that you bring that purchases something, great. I have an upgrade sheet on there, which I love. They can upgrade their appointment, because isn't that a word we know these days? So you can have a facial with me and upgrade it and share it with 2 to 3 friends, or 5 to 6. What would you prefer? So all those different things are on my UnitNet website. Okay, so let's do another one. We don't have to write down the date, but I'm going to have you guys fill in the blank, because if you put ink to pen, your brain remembers better. Let's do a $300 sales week. So write down $300. Tax we're not going to worry about at the moment, but you would charge your tax rate, you know, wherever you live. Inventory, how much do you have to reorder so you're not embezzling? $150. Good job. What are your business expenses? 10% of the retail of $300. Okay. $30. So do 15 and 15. Some people even like to have separate accounts for their inventory and their expenses. You know, so it's totally up to you. What's your profit? What's your paycheck? How much did you make with a $300 appointment with no discounts given?
100? No.
It's 300 minus 150 minus the 30.
120.
Good job. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not even numbers. I don't have my 10. I'm an accountant, and I don't have my 10 key.
Calculators are my friends. Okay,
Yes.
I think it's 120. All right. So you know what I did as a new consultant? I had my Mary Kay account, and I'd be like, to Nikki Hill from Nikki Hill, and I would write myself a check, $120, and put it into our family account. Nowadays, there was no internet back when I started Mary Kay. Now you can just transfer it, right?
Yeah.
But let's look at the bottom. Your next inventory production order would be $150. Okay, so write that down based on your 50% reimbursement. If you have inventory, you guys, you're not going to be ordering every week. So say it's $150 this week, $150 next week, $150 the next week, $150 the next week. You would place a $600 order at the end of the month. When you have inventory, really and truly, your goal is to have enough inventory. Profit level is this. Profit level with Mary Kay, my belief is, yes, the company says $3,600. That's not necessarily true. It can be higher, it can be lower based on your goals. I have about a $6,000 inventory right now. Some people have $10,000 inventories, you know, whatever. So profit level is this, that you have enough product to service all your appointments for the month without running out of anything. If you are running out of product on a weekly basis, a 2-week basis, you want to build up your inventory. That's how you know you're not at profit level. I started with a $2,400 inventory. And you know what? That was good for about 6 months. I was holding 2 parties a week. But what happens after 6 months? I had reorders. and I was running out of product on a weekly basis. And then my time management was going out the window because I was doing deliveries and my mileage went up and all these different expenses that I wasn't accounting for. So I took my profit and I reinvested that into inventory. And I've had to do that, okay? You're always making profit. What you do with that profit is your business decision. That's what we're going to talk about next. Because here it is. If you want to keep your inventory at the current level, so I started with that 2,400. If you started with a 3,600, if you started with a 600, and you only, so say it says this, if you start with a 600, you always reinvest 50%. You will always stay at that 600. If that's where you want to stay, fine. That's great. It's your business. But if you don't want to, what are you going to do, you guys? If you want to increase your store, it comes from where? Your profit. So don't say this. It's one of my pet peeves. Is I'm not making any money in Mary Kay because I'm putting it all into inventory. You're always making money, right? That profit, that 40% shows you right there. You're not going to make 40% if you're giving away $120 free in that week. That's the only time you're not making money. But what you do with that money, that's your business decision, okay? So if you start with, I always say, less than an 1,800 wholesale order, you're gonna want to, turn that profit over as fast as possible and build up your store. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, but once again, it's your business. But always know, you don't want to embezzle. You always want to do at least half. Always half will keep you at the same level. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Your expenses for the month, $30. Okay. This talks about a monthly envelope. I love the accordion file folders. That's what I love. That's me. And basically your 40% goes to what? Your goals, right? So, I invested in inventory. Some of you have loans, credit cards, personal financing from friends. My vision was this. My first party of the month, my profit paid back my investment. Okay? Mine was out of our savings. So my first party of the month paid back my investment, paid my loan payment, basically. The rest of the month, it went into that separate savings for our trip to Europe or your bedroom furniture or whatever, whatever your why is, whatever goal you're going for. And it's really fun to play with money because in Mary Kay, you write your own paycheck. So what I did recently is I took my daughter to New York City. It cost $3,000. How much did I have to sell to profit $300?
300 or 3,000?
3,000. I'm sorry, 3,000. Well, I did not cost 300. I wish it did. Okay, it cost $3,000. How much do I have to sell with no discount?
6,000.
6,000, right? 6,000. You have to sell a little bit more, because you have expenses, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but let's just do basic 50% just to get your brains together. So I had 3 months to do this. This was my goal. November, December, January, okay? To sell $6,000. How many weeks are in a month?
4.
Okay, so somebody needs to grab your
12.
calculators right now, okay? But you're right, 4. So 12 weeks. So $6,000 divided by 12 weeks. This is how you get your goals accomplished, you guys. I love doing this. So what's $6,000 divided by 12 weeks? You got it? $500 a week. Is that correct? $500 a week. An average party is $300. So how many parties did I have to hold every week to sell $500? 2 parties a week to take my daughter to New York City. Isn't that exciting? I have done that every time I had a goal on my goal poster. If I wanted to buy baby furniture, okay, I went and priced it, $1,500. Actually, I have office furniture that I bought when I was a brand new sales director. I knew it was $1,500. I still have it. When I become a national, I'm going to buy myself another new set. I'm going to redo my office. That's on my goal poster, okay? All right, so $1,500. I had to sell $3,000. You guys, you can make money selling this product, okay? But it's fun to play these games. Do you have a trip? Is that on your goal poster? Is that your why? How much is it going to cost? When are you going to do it? How much do you have to sell? And in the process, you're going to make more money because you're also building your team. Okay, so and that's what it talks about. Your team building commission check will be blank, and I'm going to talk about team building next. This is called vision casting.
Okay, before we switch, can I ask another question?
Stop. Can you stop?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, we're going to stop.